Probably why a lot of doors been closed to me. You know what I'm saying? A lot of blessings probably would stop because I don't accept bullshit. And anybody in my circle don't accept bullshit. Like I don't understand how you can live a lie or
Hmm.
how you can live hearing and listening to a lie. You know what I'm saying? Because you could be with somebody and not believe in anything they talk about.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because you just refuse to believe the hype. And
I
that's
feel like your doors ain't closed. I feel like they're open. It's just certain ones not meant for you because at the end of the day, like when it comes to like God and our faith, He wants us to be real and honest. People always want to put on this facade, always want to pretend. Like, it's best to be honest and be real.
hmm
The reason why they didn't like Jesus was because He was real.
yeah.
He didn't go for bullshit. And people just, they want you to go with what they want you to do, like conform to the majority. I've never been that type. It just, it's
Yeah. I actually I try to stay away from the religious topic
mm-hmm.
because it's so many different religions out here. There's
Right.
so many different guys. There's so many different beliefs that I don't want to, you know, say things the wrong way or not really show emphasis on a certain topic. But
I get you.
you
I'm
know
not
my
running
beliefs are my
shade.
beliefs. You know what I'm saying? I believe in God. I just don't really want to go down that path when there's so many other things we can touch on.
Yeah.
you know so anyway, like, how you doing? Everything's good? How's the business going?
Well, it's going good now. It
That's
started
good.
back up, and I think it's because of the pandemic. Like everybody is starting to get phobias again when it comes to like
Okay.
cleanliness and things. So they're starting to get the products and getting everything
Well,
rolling
well,
again.
go ahead and promote your business. Let people know what's
Yes.
going on with you.
My business is loveisactionhealthcare.com. I'm selling different medical products and things for nurses and essential workers, anybody that needs anything, PPE, whatever it is. Just go on the website, loveisactionhealthcare.com.
Okay. Okay. And this is all natural, organic.
All natural as far as like the medicinal products like teas. And also, we're going to have like the telehealth starting probably in another 3 months or so. And it's going to be like doctors on there so they can explain certain
Okay.
things and questions
Yeah,
that people may have.
that's good to have a physician on
Yeah,
hand.
yeah.
When you say we, who are you speaking on?
Like a few, like,
So you're in joint with somebody like you're
yeah,
okay.
yeah. A few of my partners, I'm gonna have them on there, and they're gonna just actually, they're already like nurse practitioners and things, so they're just gonna be doing their job basically, and
Mhm.
just coming on, answering questions, and seeing people. It's basically it's non-clinical because you're not touching nobody, but it's still education, so you can use
Yeah.
it, benefit from it.
Yeah. I know you're like very business driven. Your mindset is really set on business oriented. So, how do you feel about the ventures that you took in the past that fell through? Like with your, I don't know if it's okay to
Yeah,
speak on
it's
this.
cool.
Your ex. I know you guys had a business together.
Hmm.
You know,
Yeah.
I believe, what was it, employing?
Yeah, it was a staffing agency,
Yeah.
and then I had like the maternal infant health programs.
Yeah.
And it was really good, but the thing about it was, I tried to do everything myself.
Right.
And when you
Right.
try to do everything yourself in a business, you're gonna like tank because it's so
Yeah, it's
many
just so
different
much.
things.
Yeah,
Like,
I feel that way about shit that I go through daily. It's so many moving parts. You know what I'm
it
saying?
is.
And if you're one person, you get stretched thin trying to cover everything.
Mhm.
You're bound to slip up, but it's a learning process.
Yep.
But if you definitely go into a venture with somebody, you need to know like they have the same drive as you.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. And that was the thing. It was like a lot of competition.
Yeah.
And it wasn't really like a partnership to begin with as far as with the marriage, hence ex.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it was like to go into business with someone that you're a little bit shaky with or somebody you're not even on good terms with was kind of like a dumb move.
Yeah, I want to touch base on that too. But actually, I want to give a shout out to my boys, Famous Lames. They actually my day ones. We came from the mud, like up. and we, been grinding. And this is something I wanted to do, and they actually gave me the confidence to really pursue it because I see how driven they are. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to shout out my niggas real quick. But to touch bases on what you were just talking about, can you speak to the women who are going through relationships or are married that they're not happy and they want to get out, but they feel trapped, or they feel held back or held down to where they can't leave and be happy? Like, because I know people were brought up to believe when you get married, that's it.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people say, oh, I've never been married, but when I get married, I'm going to stay married, and that's that. But what if that's an unhealthy relationship? You know what I'm saying? Do you stay in that? How, do you have any advice for them? Because you took that step.
And see, and once again, and I don't want to hit on to the religion thing because that's kind of how I base my decisions, but I'm going to just say it from like a natural standpoint.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you find yourself like just drained all the time and you're just like literally like dying to the person of who you are, then that's something you got to take into account, because if you die within that relationship, then how can you be beneficial to yourself or to anybody? So if you're dealing with that and you're just like down and depressed and you're just not who you are, like the person you were before you came in or better, then you got to take a step back and look at it and say, is it something in myself, or is it something with the person that I chose to be with?
Right.
And at the end of the day, like when I left relationships, I looked at it like, I mean, it might be hard, but I could deal with a little pain versus a whole lifetime of pain just staying just to say I have somebody. Like, because you can like be on social media and all these platforms pretending you be at home miserable as hell. Like, are these people that are looking at you gonna make you feel better at home?
And it's a lot of people who actually go through that. They put themselves in these situations, and it looks good from if you're on the outside looking in. It looks really good. Like, oh, look at the perfect family, the kids, the picket fence, the dog, the careers and everything. But it's toxic inside the walls. You know what I'm saying? It's toxic in the house. You really have to watch. You have to know what you're getting into.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? You have to know what you want. Women are, I guess, told to be submissive. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to a husband, your husband, you should, I guess you're kind of raised, or your beliefs or whatever, to listen to him, to take his advice, to put his decisions first over yours. Even if they're wrong, you still have to back him up because that's your husband.
Right. And that's the thing. And that's what you said was right. Like, before you go jumping into it, make sure that it's the right type of ruler or leader or whatever you want to call it, because you're going to let this person lead over you and they're a fool or they're a thought or they're crazy or whatever it is, but you got to follow them even though it's going to suck. So you make sure you choose somebody not from like the outer but at the inner. Like, look at who they are and say, you know what, I could be with this person telling me what to do, or guiding me even if they're wrong, because they're calm, they're patient.
Right. And
that's the main thing. You want somebody that has self-control.
Yeah.
You got to have somebody that has self-control. Nobody's going to be perfect, but somebody that just kind of do what they want to do. It's going to be an up and down.
Yeah.
It's going to be a headache.
I don't have to answer your calls, or, I don't have to, check in with you. You're not worried about me.
Like, I do what I want.
Yeah, I do what I want. No, it doesn't work like that. I think that it definitely should be 50-50 equal when it comes to communicating. Like, if we're gonna set aside time for us to talk, so we can stay connected outside of, inside of like everything else that goes on in our world, I think it should be a time set to aside. I don't care if it's like laying in bed right before you go to sleep, you connect with your partner, your spouse.
I like that.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, you definitely should give yourself, time. Like, I've never been married, but these are things that I know to look for.
Right.
When I do find my wife, like, what I'm saying? Don't be afraid to open up. Tell me about your day,
A lot of people are so like self-absorbed, they don't even think about that. They just think about, and I've made that mistake before, where I just be thinking about all that I got going on in my situation, and I'm not even thinking about the other person, and they're in the relationship with you. And so they feel neglected, and then they're just like, well, damn, they don't care about me. I'm about to just go out here and do my thing. And then you wake up like, well, wait a minute.
Yeah.
The routine is not the same, and that's where the conflict happens, I think.